Auctions are becoming increasingly popular as a means of buying and selling commodities. However, auctioning is a complex subject matter, commonly misunderstood, and often, despite best intentions, the wrong type of auction is used. We are all familiar with the conventional English style of auction. People openly compete with one another, improving on the bid price that others have offered and gradually withdrawing from bidding as the price moves higher. Eventually, only one person is left in the game. This person is the winner and pays the winning bid price. There are many variations on this style of auction, Dutch auctions, Japanese auctions, reverse auctions amongst them. All of these auctions work well when buying or selling a single unique item such as a house or a work of art. When there is only one item being sold, all that needs to be determined is the sale price. The successful participant that wins the auction takes the unique item in return for paying the final auction price. But this type of auction is not appropriate when trading a generic homogeneous commodity. Whether precious metals, agricultural commodities, or even the provision of a quantity of a service, a special type of auction is required. In a commodity auction, we are not solely concerned with price, but also about quantity. As such, the auction mechanisms are far more complex. How many barrels of oil will we trade? How many bars of precious metal will be bought or sold? How many shipping containers? How many man-hours, etc.? The entire dynamic of the auction changes. Let us assume that sellers of a commodity are all competing to sell to a single buyer. The most simple type of seller has a fixed quantity to sell and will sell at any price above a minimum threshold. The next kind of seller will also look to sell a quantity at a price above the minimum threshold as before, but at a higher price he will be willing to increase the quantity that he sells. The third type of seller also increases the quantity that he sells as price increases, but in a linear manner. An incremental increase in price leads to an immediate increase in quantity. Combining these profiles gives what we call an ITV commodity auction. It is worth noting at this stage that a common mistake made by many auction providers is in seeking to match a single buyer with a single seller. If we look at these three profiles of sellers, for example, and imagine that a buyer seeks to buy 300 units, then, from a single seller, he would have to pay €80 per unit. The proper method would be to procure units from multiple sellers. Here, he could buy the same 300 units but for no more than €30 each. Combining all participants together gives a clearer picture of total supply of the commodity at each price level in the form of an inverted pyramid. By combining multiple sellers to meet the needs of a buyer, the auctioneer establishes the fair market price where supply and demand are in equilibrium. The same principle applies in reverse when the needs of a single seller are met by multiple buyers. Combining multiple buyers into a single market profile gives a conventional pyramid shape. Following this logic through to its natural end, it is also often desirable to match multiple buyers with multiple sellers. The combined profile of all buyers and all sellers will perfectly overlap at a single price point, and this will be the auction clearing price. All buyers and sellers will be matched at this price. Auctions may be run manually or electronically using bespoke software accessible on the World Wide Web. If you are thinking about using an auction in your business, then speak to the experts first. For more information about running successful auctions, speak to me, Emanuel, a commodity auction expert.